Hi everyone, my name is Ahsan. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how you can make a website with absolutely no prior knowledge. In this video, I will be talking about the main components of a website, for example, the domain name, the hosting, and the website itself. I will go with you step by step on buying the domain name, the hosting, and then creating a website with the help of a content management system called Wordpress. So you'll know how to create a website from the ground up. As this video is for beginners who have absolutely no knowledge about domain names, web hosting, and creating a website through WordPress, I've time-stamped this video and you can skip the topics that you are already aware of. So let's just get started. So I'm creating a new series on this channel on various ways to diversify your income, and creating a website or knowing how to create a website can be a really essential tool on helping you diversify your sources of income. Maybe you have a really great idea that you want to present to the world. Perhaps it's an item that you want to sell, maybe your services. It's a great idea to have a website behind your idea or the product that you're wanting to sell or the service that you're wanting to sell. Maybe you are a student who's looking for a job. Knowing how to create a website that gives you an additional advantage and push you through that interview where you're missing something. By knowing how to create a website, you can create value for your employer. Maybe you're working for a small company and they are hiring externally for creating a website or managing their website. Maybe you can learn how to create a website for your company and create value for your employer that way also. Maybe you're a student and you're looking for a job. Perhaps you can learn this new skill of creating a website, and maybe you can upload your resume on a website and it will look really professional that you know how to create a website and your resume is on the web in terms of a website, which you can easily share. When it comes to creating a website, there are three main components to it. The first thing is the domain name, second is the web hosting, and the third is the website itself. The domain name is the address that you put in the browser URL section, for example, google.com, facebook.com, yahoo.com, amazon.com. These are the domain names that you put on the URL section of the browser, and then you reach the website of that specific company. There is a really large variety of domain names available. The most popular ones are .com, .net, .org. However, there are other ones which are not really popular. For example, .fun, .online, .architect, .engineer. So many different variations available for you. As an example, you can consider a domain name as the address of a property which you need to reach that location. The second thing is the web hosting, and it can be considered as the property or the land that you buy to place a house on or a building on. So a domain name is the address and the web hosting is the property where you put your house. There is a variety of web hosts and web hosting services available. There is shared web hosting, reseller web hosting, VPN, cloud hosting, content management system specific hosting. But for beginners, shared hosting is the most easiest and the cheapest option available. Looking into a web hosting, the three components need to be considered. The first thing is the web storage. Every website has a specific size. Every image that you see on a website is having a specific size, and all of the data that is stored in a website is the part of the web storage. And maybe you want to have a really large website having a lot of images, a lot of data, maybe videos, some documents. If you select a web host or a service that gives you a really small amount of data storage or web storage, you might not be able to upload your whole website. The second thing is the bandwidth. Everything that you upload on a website, whenever a user comes and visits that website, the whole data for that web page is being loaded. So if the website page is 100 megabytes and one person visits your website, they are using 100 megabytes worth of bandwidth. If 10 people come and load the same website, it is going to use 1 gigabyte of bandwidth. Obviously, these are really large numbers. It's just for simplicity's sake. Usually websites are not that big, but let's consider this example. So 10 people have loaded your website and 1 gigabyte of bandwidth has been loaded. So think about that. If there are 100 people, they'll be using 10 gigabytes of bandwidth. The more people come to your website, the more bandwidth is being used. This component also needs to be considered. Some hosts provide 10 gigabyte bandwidth per month, some provide 100, and some provide unmetered or unlimited bandwidth per month. The third essential component for web hosting is the add-on domains. As our example of the address as a domain and the LAN for the web hosting, you can have multiple websites on the same web hosting, and you can link up multiple domains with that. And this is called add-on domains. So if a web hosting is allowing 2 add-on domains, this would mean that you can host 3 domain names on this web hosting. This can be considered as a lot with 3 different houses or 3 different buildings within the same area. Then comes the website part itself. This part is very diverse. You can create a website in many different ways. You can create a static website with HTML5 and CSS, PHP, using different content management systems. There are so many different options available. But in this example, I will be talking about a content management system, Wordpress. So a content management system is essentially a website or a system that has already been created, and you just need to modify small stuff in order for you to modify that system for your own website. As I said in the introduction, I will be going with you step by step on how you can buy a domain name, a web hosting, and create a website using WordPress. So when it comes to the cost associated with buying a domain name, buying a web hosting, and creating a website, the prices for domain names vary. So the cost for a .com domain name can cost you at a minimum of €7. A .net domain name can be bought at an average of 9 or 10 euros. Different registrars sell domain names at various prices, so you'll have to look into that. When it comes to web hosting, you can get free web hosts, but the problem with that is they either put ads on your websites, or the uptime or the reliability for those websites that are providing hosting for you is not really good. So sometimes your website is working and sometimes it's not. So if you just want to test out things, maybe you can look into free web hosts, but I would say invest a small amount of money so that you can create a website that's reliable and you have everything in your control, and you don't have to put ads from someone else. Maybe you can put your own ads on your website to subsidize the costs. Domain names and web hosting are bought on a yearly subscription, but you can buy hosting and domain names for multiple years at a time also. The domain name registrar and web hosting service that I use is called Namecheap. I've been their customer since the past 13 years and I've never had a problem with them. So in this example, I will be buying a domain name and a web hosting through them. If you click the link in the description below, you can get a 46% discount on a yearly subscription. You can get their Stellar package for 15.22 euros for the year. They also provide a free domain name. You can choose from 15 different top level domains. The free domains do not include the popular ones, but if you're just starting, maybe you can use those free options that are available. So after clicking the link in the description, you come to this page. The process of buying hosting from different websites is almost the same. The things that vary are the web hosting data, the add-on domains, and some other features. So here I'm going to select the Stellar option, which is 15.22 euros a year. It is providing 20 gigabytes of space. You can have 2 add-on domains, or in total 3 websites, and we can choose from these 15 different options. First click the web hosting option, then here we have to select the domain name. When you're selecting your domain name, think about the brand that you want to present. If you have a product in mind, or if you have a company in mind, maybe think of using that name. If you are thinking of creating a personal portfolio, maybe your own name would be a good selection. But an important thing when you are selecting a domain name is that you do not select someone else's intellectual property. For example, if you want to buy a domain name that is apple. Maybe space, first thing would be it's highly unlikely that this domain name would be available, but by some luck that domain name is available and you create a website, there is a really high possibility that the people from that company will contact you and they'll ask you to delete that website, as that name is their intellectual property. So think about that and don't create a website called Apple, Google, or something that's very popular or is a trademark. The best thing would be to buy a domain name with a .com. If you're creating a business and you have a name in mind, and if the .com domain name is not available, there is a high probability that that name is already a business and it's probably registered, so it's not a good idea to use that name. When it comes to name of a person, there's some ambiguity that you can use that name, but still there are certain popular names like Louis Vuitton or I don't know, some other brand. There again you'll have to be really careful. My name mohammadahsan.com, the domain name is already registered, but there's no website in it. So if I think of buying a domain name called mohammadahsan.fun, I don't think there's a problem there. So again, think about what you want to do, what the website is going to be about. If you have a brand name or a product name, think about putting that as your domain name. So in this example, we are going to select the domain name as Investing Basics. So here in the drop down, you see that investingbasics.online.site.website.text store, everything is available. I think it's pretty safe to use this to select this domain. So here I have various options for the domain selection. So the top level domain, .online, .site, .website. I think I like Investing Basics .website more than the other options available. Maybe you can buy a .com or .net domain and use it with your hosting, but I think for this example, I think Investing Basics .website is the option that we're going to go. So connect to hosting, and then here we have the confirmation of our package. Hosting Stellar, domain name Investing Basics .website, and the price is €15.23. Then we click on add to cart. So we'll look at the cart, what's available, what's not. Here you'll have various options available to improve your website. For example, SSL certificates, VPN, WordPress hosting, professional emails. But for this example, we'll not select any of those and just have the Who Is Guard enabled. What this does is that it hides who owns the domain, as you need to provide your name, your address, your phone number, which is needed in order for you to register. So Who Is Guard 1 year free subscription is great. They'll hide your identity and your data. So we'll click confirm order. Here, if you're a new user, which most likely you are, you'll create an account, your username, password, first name, last name, email address. Here I have an account with them already, so I'll put my details here. For the payment options, you can buy using a credit card, PayPal, or even Bitcoin. For this purpose, for this example, I'll be using PayPal, as this account is already attached with my PayPal account. So I'll be selecting PayPal and then check out with PayPal. Once you complete the checkout process and have paid the due amount, you'll get an email from Namecheap about the details for your domain name and your web hosting. So after that, you go to namecheap.com again and log into your account. Then go to the domain name list. Here you'll have a list of domain names. In your case, you'll have a single domain. So you click on manage, then click products, click on manage and go to cPanel. So the web hosting companies have different kinds of management systems that they provide for their hosting. The most popular one is cPanel, and Namecheap is also providing cPanel. So again, if you go with another web hosting service, their management system might be a little bit different. The name might be different for their content management system, but the essential things are almost always the same. So here you have, on the right hand side, you have your username, the primary domain name, the shared IP address, the home directory, the statistics, which are really important. Here the disk usage or the data has been used as 0.02%, 3.77 MB out of 20 gigabytes. The bandwidth, the add-on domains, subdomains, email addresses, mailing list, other essential information. So in order to set up WordPress, we'll need to scroll down and click the WordPress manager option. We'll click that, and here we can install a new copy. The install option, in order to install a fresh copy, in the choose version, it's always best to select the latest option. In the installation URL, make sure that your web domain is selected. So after that, in the site setting options, we put the site name. This can be changed later on in the WordPress manager. The site description, that can also be changed. So in our example, we'll be putting Investing Basics as the website name, and in the description, how to invest in Germany. The next option is a multi-site option. This is a little bit complicated. In this example, we will not go into that, but essentially what this does is allows you to have multiple websites within your main domain name installation. So in the username, for the admin rights, it's better to use the admin, but you can use whatever. And then for the password, you can select whatever password you want. And then in the admin email address, use the email address which you regularly check. So here I'll put my Gmail address. Then select your language. Here we'll select English. For the plugins, we'll select the default selected plugins. And the theme option, you can select one of the available themes, but I will go in the details for that in a little bit. In the bottom, select your email address as well, so that once the installation is complete, you will get a notification on your email ID about the installation and certain important information. So after that, click install. This will take about a minute or so, not more than that. So after the installation is complete, you have WordPress installed on your website. Once you buy your domain name, it takes some time for your web hosting and your domain name to attach and be available on the internet. This can take from between a couple of hours and up to 2 days. So it took about half an hour for my website to get connected, and now it is loading. So when I go to investingbasics.website, I come across this has been automatically generated by WordPress. You can have a look that this Investing Basics was our website name. How to Invest in Germany was our title, website description. So this is demo data, hello world, the first post. Here you can have a look at the different options. So the first thing that we will need to do is to access the WordPress admin area. For that, we will go to our website URL /wp-admin. So go there. Here you'll come across the login screen. We'll put in the username and the password that we put during the registration process. After installing and logging in, you'll come to this screen, and this is called the WordPress dashboard. Looking at all of these options, it can be a little bit overwhelming, but you don't have to worry. We'll go through the important options which are really necessary for you to get started. And once you get started, then you can just look around and see which options do what things. In the left hand side, we have the main options. For example, posts, media, pages, comments, appearances, plugins, users, tools, settings. The first thing that we'll go into is the settings and then general options. Have a look there. Here we have the site title, the site tagline. We can change this to whatever we want to do. This URL, WordPress address URL, and the site address, we should not change it as it's the URL of the website. In some cases you want to change it, but that is really complex, so you just leave it like that. Here is the administration email address, the one that you use when you were installing WordPress. Here you can have a lot of options like the language, the time zone, the date format, stuff like that. Once you modify something, then at the end you just need to click save changes and it will save those changes. So let's have a look at how our website looks like. So this is how it's looking at the moment. No need to worry, we'll first have a look at different themes or appearances. So for that, just click on the themes option under appearances. WordPress has some built-in applications already installed. We can install or activate them. You can also add new ones. There are thousands of free and premium versions available, but my favorite one is called Zakra theme. So just have a search here, and this is free. So once you hover here, just click on the install button and it will start to download and install everything in the WordPress application. So once installed, this activate button becomes available. Then just click activate. Upon activation, you'll see this theme in the appearances and themes tab. To modify this, you'll need to go to the Zakra theme options, click on install theme grill demo importer plugin. So this is going to install the starter demos importing tool, which you'll need to import some theme data. Alright, once installed, you'll automatically come to this option, this window. Here we have a lot of free and premium options available. So in the demo importer, we have a lot of free and premium options. The premium options are with the screen banner with the premium text written on it. You can have a look at the various options that are available in free. This is going to be the aesthetics or the template on which we are going to put our website on, and just modify some text or images to make it our own or to personalize it. For example, we can have a look at this minimal portfolio. Just click on preview. This is going to load a preview with this minimal portfolio template. This can be really good for someone who just wants to have a portfolio or their resume. They can just click on import demo and make a website. But I think for this tutorial we are going to use this professional template. So we click on preview. So this is how the website is going to look with the background. We're going to customize it. In order to use this, just click on import demo. Now it's encouraged that you do not use this demo importing tool if there's already some data on your website, or if there's already something that you've done. Importing the demo on the site if you already have added the content is highly discouraged. So be sure that you don't have content already on the website, because It can change the structure a little bit. However, none of the posts, pages, attachments, or any data is going to be deleted or modified. So just click confirm. It's going to load and install some plugins that are necessary for this template, and then it's going to import some data as well in our website. It takes a little bit time, a few minutes, so just wait until this until the importing is done. All right, once the importing is done, you'll have this live preview option available, but we'll just click close, and then we'll go to our website, click refresh, and now all of this data has been imported to our website. You can have a look that this is our website URL and the data has been uploaded. Okay, so now comes the step of modifying it. To modify it, we can either just go to the page that we want to edit and click on edit with Elementor, or we can go to the pages section, all pages, and here are all of the pages that have been imported and created by the import data. We can just hover above the page that we want to edit and click on edit with Elementor. But in our case, we'll just go to the website, the home page, and we'll click edit with Elementor. Here is the home page, and we can edit all of this information and make it and customize it to make it our own website. So for this website, I'm going to make it something that's related to investing. So I'm just going to change the text to Sting Basics, and the subtext can be, and this paragraph text can be something like learn how to invest as an expert. All right, so we've changed the main text, the paragraph text. We can also change the buttons by simply clicking on the button, and in the left hand side we have this text option. Simply click and change it to whatever you want. So here I want this explore Zakra to be subscribe, and this button has changed to subscribe, and we want to change the link where this button goes to. Once we click it, to change that, we'll just have to click here and put the subscribe or whatever link we want to put here. I'm just going to copy the subscribe to my channel link and paste it here. Now this is going to take, once anyone clicks this button, it's going to take them to this link or URL. All right, so next we can change these options here. How can I help? So we can change the heading, write down whatever you want to write here. I'll just copy some text from my main website a little bit quicker. So just click here and paste everything. We can also change these numbers. So here I'll put the number of subscribers on on YouTube. So right now I'm at 1,300, and just to change this text here in the bottom, just click it. Just to change the text here at the bottom, we click here and change to YouTube subscribers. Here let's make it 520. I don't know the exact number, but Facebook likes Working hours, we can change to anything we want. All right. Similarly, we can change these sections. You can modify it to whatever you want to do. You can also delete certain sections. For example, maybe I don't want to have this team section. So to delete the whole section, simply hover above the section. There are different sections, as you can have a look that once you hover at a certain section, it's going to have a blue border here at the top and the bottom, the left and right. And then there's this menu on top. So if you want to just delete or modify something, just hover above it and just click the X button, and it's going to delete this option. For example, again X, it's just going to delete them. And if you want to just bring back or add new options or widgets, just click on the plus button and you can create a blank one, or if you click this add template button, you can have some additional blocks that are available. And within the Elementor tool, there are also some free and premium options. You can have a look and just play around with them. All right, so once you're done with this, you can just click update button and it's going to update everything. And once you go to the website, everything has changed here now. Investing basics, how to invest in Germany. If you click here, it'll take you to the link that we saved. I don't want to go there, so let's go back. All right, so now you know how you can change these elements on the home page. We are going to now have a look at the header here, how you can change the logo and this menu here. So in order to change the logo, we'll just click on customize and it's going to load this page now. To change the logo, we can either click here on this click to edit this element button, or we can go to header and then site identity and we can change the logo here. Just simply click change logo and you can upload anything you want by clicking on the upload files, selecting files, and then you can upload whatever you want to do. Here it's just a green basic logo that I've created just for this example. Click it here and then click select. This is going to show you what the requirement for this image is. You can change it, change the box to show whatever you want. Once it's selected, just click crop image and it's going to update it here. It's better to use something that is having similar background as your main image. You can change this image as well in Elementor, but in our example we're not going to change anything. So now you know how you can change the header. So if you want to just finish editing this option, you can click publish. However, we can have a look at the other options that are available. The site identity, you can change the site title, tagline. Again, click back. You can click on the menu option and you can change the position of the main menu, but we'll look at it at a little bit detail later on in this video. So top bar, main area, header button, stuff like that. Click publish and now this thing has been saved and our logo will show in our website. To change the options on the menu here, we'll go to our dashboard just by clicking here, dashboard. We'll go to the pages section, all pages, and here we have all of the pages that are created. But to change the logo, but to change the menu, go to appearance and then menus. Here is the menu that we are being shown on our website. So home, about, portfolio, blog, contact. So these are the options available. If you want to add a page, just click anything. For example, photography, this has been imported. Check here and click add to menu, and it will automatically add it to the menu. If you want to change the position of any menu, just click and drag it to any location in between and it will save. And if you just want to delete an item, just click the drop down and click remove. It will remove. To change the label that is on the website, you can just click again on the drop down menu and you can change it to whatever text you want it to show. For example, instead of contact, I want to write get in touch, and then click save menu. Once saved, you can go back to the website, refresh the page, and it's going to change the text to whatever you want to do. So now we'll go to some of the individual pages that we want to edit. So we'll start with the about page, and we'll click again on the edit with Elementor, and we can edit what we want to put here, and it's going to be same as how we edited the main page. Edit whatever text you want to edit, and you can put anything from the basics options in this page as well. For the pro options you need to buy it, but I don't think it's necessary for us as this is a very basic website. All right, so once you edit anything you want to change about me or whatever, once you do that, just click on update button and it's going to save your website. All right. So now you know how you can change the menu options and change the individual pages. And if you want to create a new page, just go to the pages option and click add new, and you need to put a page title here. For example, a blank page, and then click on Elementor, edit with Elementor, and it's going to take you again to the Elementor editing option. Now you can bring in the elements from the basics section like inner text, and click here, put heading. Let's click on this is a sample page. Again, click the plus button, put text editor, write down whatever you want to do. This is some sample text, and then click on publish, and once it's published you can click here and click on have a look. All right, so let's just go back to the main website. Now let's go and have a look at the blog section. So if you click on the blog section here, now here if you click on the blog section here, we come to the blog option, and these are the blog posts automatically created by WordPress. We can edit them or change them by going to the posts option and click all posts. Now here are some of the posts here are some of the posts that are automatically generated, and these can be seen here. So hello world, office presentation, team gathering, hello world, business seminar, and these are the options here. So if you want to just edit or delete any of the pages, you can click here, or again going to the page itself and clicking here on edit post. Once you click the edit post, you'll come to this page. You can change the name of the post. You can change the text of the post, and on the right hand side you have some more complex options like which category you want to put it in. The category is going to be let's just go back again to the blog page. This category is going to be this option here. So we want to put all of the posts of a similar category on under a specific category option, so that it's organized so that it's organized. In the tags option, you can write down whatever tags you want. This is for the search engine optimization. It's a little bit outside the scope of this tutorial. If you want, I can create a new tutorial on that. On the featured images, you can have a look at which image is being shown with this post. If you want to edit it or replace it, just click here, replace this image, and select whatever image which is already uploaded. Or if you want to have a custom image, just click on upload files and select a custom image by clicking here. So in this example, let's just change this image, select another image, click set feature image, and then click on update. Once it's done, you can refresh the page again, and now this image has been replaced. All right, so let's have a look here as well. So this image is now updated. So to create a new category, just click on the name option and we can have a look at tips. You can fill in these options, but these aren't necessary. Just fill in the name and then click add new category, and this is now created. So to add posts to this category, again you need to go to add new. So here we have the option available, so we can add the title. So this is a new basic tip. Let's add some content. This is some sample content. We can add some more options by clicking on the plus option, and we can have a paragraph, heading, list, quotation, quote, classic, formatted verse, images, gallery. You can have a YouTube video embedded in it, Twitter, SoundCloud, so many different options. So in this case, let's add a few things within this post. Instead of it being a basic tip, let's just make it to, let's just copy a video from my main channel, this one, and let's just copy the text from here, some text. All right, let's just paste it here, copy the name as well. So, now this is how it is. Let's copy the URL as well and click on the plus option, search for YouTube, click here, and in this option we just paste our YouTube URL and click embed, and it's going to automatically embed this video within our post. We can also add some more components. Let's just say we want to add some paragraph to it, and copy again some text or some links from the bottom, and it's just going to copy everything, and we can just format it a little bit better by just clicking enter, and now the formatting is done. So once you are satisfied, let's just click here on the post option, click on set feature image. Again, we're going to just use a sample image from the already uploaded images. Click set to features and then make sure it's in the correct category, and then click post and then publish. Once it's published, you can click on post, preview post here, and now this is how the post is on the website. So in the tips section, if you click the tips option, if you click the tips category, within here we have our post of investing for beginners in Germany in 2021. Click it again, and now we're back to this post. Another thing that I want to look into is this URL. Now this is the standard URL option from WordPress. If you have a look at, it's this / question mark p equals to 621. I don't like this. I want it to be Google search friendly or SEO friendly. I want it to be the same as the page or the post title. I want it to be investing for Germany, investing for beginners in Germany in 2021, stocks, Bitcoin, ETFs, and etc. So for that, let's just go to our dashboard, and let's go to the settings option and then permalinks option. Okay. Before, let's have a look again. So for this page, it's p equals to 144. In this permalink, we have various options. This plain text is going to show just a standard number with your URL. If you click on day and name, it's going to show the day on which the post was made and then the post name. Again, month and name, as the name suggests, numeric, post name. But here I want to add a custom structure. So click on custom structure. Then what I want to do is to have a category name and then to have the post ID. Sorry, the post name. So what this is going to do is change the URL to the website name, then the category, and then the post name. So let's click save here. Let's go back to this page. So this post is having the URL to be p equals to 144, but this is inside the uncategorized posts, and the page or the post name is business seminar. Now that we've changed the permalink settings, we can just click refresh page, and it's going to change it to this. It's going to change it to the category and the post name. So this post didn't have the business seminar post name, it actually had hello world 2-2. So maybe for the post that we already made, just click on tips, investing for beginners, and now you can have a look that the URL is now investingbasics.website/tips. This tips is the category name, and then the post name is here, investing for beginners in Germany in 2021, as we had written here. This is really important as it's going to help Google know what's the content inside your page and help you put it on the Google website for searching easily, as compared to having a post name as p equals to 144, stuff like that. Alright, so we've gone through how you can change the logo, how you can change the main page, certain posts, and how you can change, or some basics about how you can modify the blog section of your new website. And if you're liking my content, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I think for this tutorial, as it has already been very long, I think this is enough for this video. If you have any other questions, any problems, or any specific things that you want me to make a video on, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to make those try to answer those questions as soon as possible. And if there are a lot of questions that are very similar, I'll try to make a video on those questions as well. In the end, I just want to recap. In order to create a website, you need to know about three things. Number one, domain name. Number two, web hosting. And then number three, website itself. Within the website, you can have many different kinds of content management systems. You can create a custom website from ground up. Multiple languages can be used. In our example, we used WordPress. After that, we installed the Zakra theme. We modified it for our own needs, and then we modified it a little bit. I created my website posterity online also with the same theme, and you can have a look here that there's some text here. I've added a video for my channel, added a button for subscribing to my channel, some content here, some information about me. I need to update these numbers. Then again at the bottom, the latest posts from my blog, some information about how you can contact me. And once you scroll to the top, click at the blog option. You can have a look as well that I've created some blog posts which are again essentially my videos, so you can have a look. So everything that I've shown in this video today, I've used those skills, the same principles to create this website. Have a look around with the WordPress theme, and if you want to get started, and if you want to support my channel, use the link in the description below. You'll get a discount of 45% on a yearly subscription, meaning that you can get started with 15.5 euros for 1 year, and you can have a custom domain as well. If you have any questions, write them down in the description below. I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. If you make a website using this tutorial, make sure to put it in the comments below. I would really love to have a look at your work. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bleib gesund.